What's happening, y'all? Your fam, it's your boy Don in the building. You know what the deal is. So today, another great trading day. Did I take a trade? No. I did take a trade actually. I won $20 today. Stop playing. So what happened was, first of all, let's just start from yesterday. Yesterday, I was at work again. I seen price take out liquidity. But I was like, it's a Sunday night. There's no volume. I don't want to trade because it's just gonna be bro. It's gonna take 5 years just for it to get to where it needs to get to. So I didn't take a trade, even though the setup popped up. It's like setups keep popping up on Sunday night, and I just don't seem to like catch it. Not because I can't catch it, but because I'm not actively trying to trade on Sunday nights. Even though I should. Like the market opens, there's opportunity to make bread, make that cheese. But I didn't trade, and a trade happened yesterday, last night. This morning, right? This morning, I woke up a little later, woke up like 6:30, 7-ish, went to the gym. But I would say I did get distracted before going to the gym and during the gym. Somebody called me, and we were talking on the phone. I was wasting time. I'm on the phone with her, and we're at the gym talking, and I'm not locked in. So I'm wasting time on the phone. So then I end up leaving the gym like around 9, like 8:50 around 9. Then I go shower. Clean my body. I get the shower. I come, and price is moving. But on ES, right, price is moving, and it made a big spike to the upside. I'm talking about price already took out liquidity in London. It tapped a 1 hour demand and shot up. I mean, it gave a 1 to 17. Didn't catch that. That was the one trade that would have been used to pass my account. Then I go on oil. And oil, it made a move to the downside, but then it made it move up. I'm thinking it's about to go ahead and break structure and take out highs, creating a market shift to the upside. But no, it just created some highs to take out some liquidity, and then it ended up making a move down, creating a market structure shift to the downside. And when I saw that, I was like, oh snap. So I'm looking, and I'm seeing that price on the 1 minute tapped the supply and is making it move down. And it made like the trade won. The trade was a winner. And if I was paying attention and I was taking that trade, I would have passed the challenge today. I'll only risk 240 to make 720 because I'm only $600 away now. Because I did make profit earlier. At first it was at 696, now it's at 624. So I just need 600 or 700 flat to get funded. So I missed 2 trades today, 2 opportunities to pass. But I wasn't really tripping about it because during that time I was trading, I was having a conversation with my brother. And I was realizing that even if I did pass the challenge and I got funded, I would have been like, oh my gosh, I did it. Because at the end of the day, bro, I know I have the skill. I know I'm going to pass it eventually this month. So it's not really too much of a bother for me. Like I don't really like, it's in a way, it's like I don't care. It's not, I care, but I'm careless. I know I'm gonna pass. I know I'm gonna get funded. I know I'm gonna do what I say I'm gonna do because I put the work in, and I'm being honest with everything, and I journal everything. Every time I trade, I journal, and I've been so proud with myself lately that I'm so confident I'm gonna pass the challenge that I'm kind of in a euphoric state, but I'm not really in a euphoric, but in a balanced state where I know that I still can lose, but I know that I will win because of my discipline. When I take a trade and I lose, I lock out immediately. As soon as the trade concludes, I lock out. And that's just the discipline part that I've been showing. So I'm not playing, I'm playing no games. Like I was taking a trade today. My risk was 270 to make 720. And I seen price was dying down. I was seeing how price was moving. And I was like, okay, this is going to reverse. Just based off of price action and me understanding price action and using the years of experience that I used to look at previous price action, I was like, this is going to end. Like this is probably the end of the trade. Long story short, I was right. So I cut the trade. I ended up making about $20, $30, and then it ended up going against me, which I expected because of previous price action, indicating that buyers were about to enter the market to go ahead and take out some orders that was made from the impulsive move to the downside that oil was making. So I closed the trade. I only made $20, but I wasn't mad about it. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, no, I gotta make more money and try to revenge trade it. I missed 2 trades, 2 opportunities that I should have been aware of, and I should have been there if I was on time. So I locked myself out, and that was the day, $20 day. Am I tripping? No, because the market repeats itself, and there will always be another opportunity Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. I got an extra 4 opportunities to get funded. So it's like I'm kind of learning, and I learned this from a psychology video that like I said, if you are a trader, if you're not watching at least one psychology video a day or at least one podcast about trading every day, you are failing. You're failing yourself, because our best asset in trading is your mind. Your mind is your asset. So if you don't got your mind, you're going to be a bad trader. So I make sure I watch one psychology video each and every day and make it a habit, either one video or one podcast. And one thing I learned in the video is to not be too optimistic in trading, but also not be too pessimistic. Because if you're too optimistic, you're gonna be like, oh, I can just keep winning. And when you lose, you're gonna get like a huge depression because you thought you just only win. And if you're too pessimistic, you're in a trade. You could be in a winning trade. You're like, oh no, this trade might go against me. I might fold. I might lose. You close the trade early. Now you missed out on profits if you just stayed in the trade. So you can't be too pessimistic. You can't be too optimistic. You got to be in the middle. In the middle is this how in the middle looks like, and this is how I am now. Is I follow my rules. I risk properly. I took my trade. This can win, and I'll be happy about it. I profited bread for the day. Awesome. But also, this can lose. And if it loses, oh well, who cares? I still have tomorrow to trade and the rest of the whole entire year to trade to continue. I have, like, bro, we're in March. I have the next 9 months to figure everything out. So why would I trip about one loss? Out of all the trades I'm going to take for the rest of the year, why am I tripping about one? So when I put myself in the middle of optimism and pessimism, and I'm just in the balance of it, it keeps my mind saying that if I lose this trade, that's cool. It's only 270. I'm not blowing my account, only losing 270. The problem is when you think that one loss is the only loss that you can't have, and when you have that one loss, you're gonna try to rewrite that loss and try to win more to cover that loss. Now you blow your account because you're revenge trading and doing something stupid. I learned that through a psychology video. Shout out to Salman Nasari or whatever. I keep forgetting his name, but his name is Salman. Salman. His psychology videos are everything. They've been helping me. So you as a trader should be always, every single day, day in and day out, working on your psychology and journaling. I have a journal right here, a personal journal that I've turned to. It went from a mind journal to now a journal for trading. Like you can see, I write before the trade, during the trade, and after the trade, and I would write out what everything is. You feel me? And I've been doing that lately, and I'm able to see from my own eyes what I'm doing that's stopping me from my own success that I need to stop doing so I can be successful, right? Let's say for instance, Wednesday, March 12th, before the trade, I woke up early and felt great. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I did my devotion to then go to UCF to take an exam. On the way home, I was analyzing ES and CL. ES tapped the 007 zone and rejected, and I saw it and took out previous highs as liquidity. Then I was driving and stayed patient for a market structure shift to the downside to happen, which it did, and then set a limit order to get tagged in, and I eventually got tagged in. During the trade, when I got tagged in, it happened so fast that I set my stop loss first and let price run. My goal was to hit $1,000, and it did. Then while the trade was playing out, I was deciding whether or not to hold to 1,400 or take the 1,000. I just took the easier option and closed at $1,075 for the day. Price ended up selling off more and eventually hit the 1,475 I was aiming for. I saw, but I wasn't really mad. I was okay with what I made for the day. After the trade, I recorded the trade recap, and I'm going to do a YouTube video later on both my accounts. I'm journaling the trade I took. As soon as the trade concluded, I locked myself out to protect my account from myself. A great habit to have, not gonna lie. Today, before the trade, I woke up late, 6:30 to 6:45 a.m. and was headed to the gym when a distraction called me. Madame. I call her distraction. Every time Madame calls me, and they're not my girlfriend, I call them a distraction. So a distraction called me. I was in the gym longer than I should have been because I was distracted talking on the phone with a distraction. Then I finished my workout and got to my trading session late. Because I came late, which was around 9:20, 9:30 a.m., ES already made a move I missed out on to get funded. Then I reanalyzed oil and seen that after it took out high time from liquidity, it was making a market structure shift to the downside and moving to the downside heavily. A trade popped up, but I was not really focused because I was talking to my brother, and then I missed out on another trade that would have gotten me funded. During the trade, I ended up taking a trade after the move on oil, but I seen the lack of volume and how price was printing, so I closed the trade at $20 in profit because I know it was going to reverse based off of previous candles. After I closed the trade, I locked myself out and was okay with the $20 W. I'm journaling it now for future improvement. I closed my setup, not regretting a thing, knowing the markets repeat themselves anyways, and if I focus and just let a trade come to me, passing and getting funded is just inevitable. That's how I journal. Before, during, and after. And you do that enough times, you're going to see what you're doing if there's a pattern, and you're going to see it for yourself because you're writing it down. You're going to be able to identify that pattern, and you're going to stop doing it because you see it. If you don't see it happening, you're not going to stop. So journaling it and writing it down for yourself and seeing it on paper is going to show you what you're doing so you can stop doing that. So you can, it's like you're kind of like shedding yourself off. You're shedding off your old and bad habits layer by layer until something else arises, and now it's just this new profitable trader. So this is you, an unprofitable trader that's doing these bad habits. You're not journaling. You're not watching psychology videos. You're not trying to improve your mind. And this is you. You're covered up with all these bad habits. The moment you start to journal, the moment you start to watching psychology videos, the moment you start to journal before, during, and after the trade, you take off a layer. You journal again. You take off another layer. You journal again. You take another. You just keep journaling, and as you're journaling, you're just getting rid of the bad habits of becoming an unprofitable trader. And as you're doing that, now you're building good habits. You're building good habits. You're getting rid of the old ones. You're getting good habits. Now, boom, you built a profitable trader off of the good habits that you had built after tearing down the bad habits of the unprofitable trader that you were. So now this profitable trader, is a result of the bad habits that you got rid of and the good habits that you've now built to become a profitable trader. So a profitable trader is not a person who just, oh my gosh, just knows what to do. A profitable trader was once an unprofitable trader with horrible habits that then recognized his bad habits, wrote it down, journaled it, got rid of it, built good habits, and became that person that they are today. So a profitable trader isn't by luck. It isn't by accident. Them boys put the work in, did what they didn't feel like doing. Even though on days they probably lost a lot of money, they still journaled it so they knew what bad habit they did now so they won't do in the future. They would journal that now so they would avoid it, so future them wouldn't have to deal with that same exact issue. So once you journal and you do the psychology work, trading just becomes easy because now you know what to do and what not to do, and you build those good habits to now where you being a profitable trader is just a result of you to just doing continuous good habits. So now trading becomes child's play. You know to not over leverage. You know not to over trade. You know not to revenge trade. You know to wait for your setup. You know to wait for price to go to a certain point of interest or area before even taking a trade. You know to wait for your entry, your confirmation. You're waiting for price to do this or to do that before I do this. So in order for me to enter into trade, price needs to do this first, then I do this. That is a result of the good habits that you built, but you need to do that by journaling. I like writing, so I write down my journal. You feel me? Typing it all is cool, but I'm not gonna look at it again on my computer when I type it out. I just take a picture of it to have it as data, and I write out my journal as I'm looking at what happened. And sometimes I would backtest to continue having the skill set of seeing it happen on a continuous basis so it can be reinforced in my mind to know what to look for. You feel me? Like today, price took a high time from liquidity Sunday, but it started making a move up. But I remember it still did take out higher time from liquidity, and seeing how price started to reject into the downside after it took high time from liquidity, I'm interested in trading because price is making a move off of the higher time frame. I only take trades off of the higher time frame moves. If it's happening on a lower time frame, it doesn't matter to me. If it's happening on a higher time frame, I'm interested in trading that day. And I learned that through messing up, writing it down, and seeing it over and over again. So being a profitable trader, that's who I am because of the results of the habits that I'm doing. The small habits add up. If you keep over leveraging and over trading and revenge trading, that's going to be a habit that you're going to have. That's going to hurt you in the long run. You're going to be a sorry-eyed trader in the long run if you just keep doing those bad habits. You become a great trader and a profitable trader when you keep doing those consistent good habits day in and day out. Success is just at the door for you. It's just waiting. So that's my video for today. That's my value I wanted to give to y'all. Success lies in the good habits. Keep doing that. Keep that in mind and everything will work out. Watch 1 or 2 or 3. Just make sure you're watching one psychology video each and every single day. And make sure you journal after every trade. I should not tell you to do that if you want to truly become profitable. If you don't want to become profitable, don't listen to me. Stay in your trash ways. If you want to become profitable, do what I'm telling you because it's helped me. It's helped me. I don't have the money to show for it yet, but that's coming up very soon. Y'all gonna see $5,000 to $10,000 days pretty soon this year, if it's the grace of God, if it's God's will. In James, it tells us not to say things without saying if it's God's will, because we're like I think, what was it again? Vapor. We just vanish. So we don't decide our lives. So if it's God's will, you guys will see that. You guys will show. These videos are proof. So I'm gonna leave y'all right there. Have a blessed, wonderful Monday. Let's get to this week. When I get funded, I'm gonna definitely make a video on it and show y'all the trade and everything. So let's just trust God through it all and let's put that work in. All right, y'all.